You're listening to The Fellas with Anthony McCoy,
Listen, man, that wasn't my fault. It was an unknown error.
Rich Thurston,
Someone said it was like the Bulls never changed their passwords, and Tibbs just popped in and did an auto trade.
Kev Lund,
We're out here doing this podcast, and these fools are out here blowing Super Bowls. Like, let's switch that up. Pay me a cool million, and I'll call the right place. I promise you.
and Kyle Straub.
When one of those point guards is James Harden, yes, the answer is yes, they are a better team.
Happy Labor Day. Hope everybody enjoyed the weekend. Hope you got to enjoy that extra day for the 3-day weekend. Thanks for joining us, Kyle Straub, joined by the fellas. And football is back. I know that I'm excited. Everybody else here in this podcast pretty excited. So we're going to start the top of the show off right there with NCAA football. The big matchup, we talked about it last week, possible national championship preview. Number 1, Alabama. Number 3, Florida State.
Roll Tide.
It was not a national championship preview at all. Bama came out and Bama 24-7. They beat Florida State. And to make matters worse for Florida State, their season pretty much done, guys, with Francois, their quarterback, going down. Do you see any chance, Kev, for Florida State to be able to rebound from this and not even just get to contention for that playoff, but even win the Atlantic in the ACC now?
Nah, man. I mean, it was slim pickings before that game, and you know what I mean? Now they lose their starting quarterback. Bama went in there and blocked punts, blocked field goals, returned kicks, and now Florida State's going to be starting a true freshman, and there's a lot of other talent in their division. So I'm going no. It's going to be a long season for FSU.
Yeah, that's really heartbreaking. If you're a Seminole fan, you go from game 1, we can make a statement and beat Bama, maybe win a national championship, and then 3 quarters into it, your season is gone because of a patella tendon.
Quick.
Yeah, not the way you want your season to end like that if you're a fan.
The Tomahawk chop is over early this year.
Yeah. But that's football, man, and that's why when we brought up that top 25 last week or the week before, and we said it's going to not look like this at the end of it. I mean, it's not going to look like that next week, man. It gets jumbled.
Yeah,
up
when
so
it comes
quick.
out. Yeah, when it comes out, Florida State probably won't even be in the top 10 at this point just because you don't have a quarterback and you just got whooped up on by Bama.
Yeah, they said they would drop him to 5 with a healthy Francois, and now with no healthy starting quarterback, top 5, get out of here.
Yeah. There was another big game that was out there. I don't think it was big on the radar of many people, at least not on this coast. UCLA, Texas A&M. I didn't get a chance to see it because I'm not staying up that late to watch a freaking football game. But, Kev, you got to see it, and it was a hell of a game. 34-point comeback for the Bruins.
Yeah, man, I was flipping between that and watching my Yanks put the beat down on Beantown. So I saw it as 41-10. It was I think right going into the third quarter, and that was the last of the 3 quarterbacks that I was really paying attention to over the weekend. So I had to watch. And I didn't think we were going to get a touchdown from the top 3 prospects all weekend. And then this guy leads them back from 41-10, throws for 491 yards, 4 touchdowns, and leads back a crazy comeback. And he spiked it off with the fake spike from Danny Marino, man, but he went to the opposite side of the field for the game winner in the corner.
Yeah, McCoy, I know I asked you this already off air, and you didn't get to see that game. But, Rich, did you get a chance to see either of those two?
I saw 0 college football.
Well, the UCLA game was it was essentially the Super Bowl, but a bigger deficit. The way that the Patriots came back against the Falcons, except this one was 34 points, and I think there was just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was eerily similar. Like when they started their comeback, it was the same exact time as the Pats on the clock when they started their comeback.
If you're a team in the SEC and you go out and you see Alabama do what they do to Florida State, and then you go out and you drop a deuce on the field like Texas A&M does that start putting their coach on the hot seat right away during the season?
He was on it coming in, dude, and they had I forget the name of their running back off the top of my head, but he was killing it. He had like 168 yards or something like that. And he was balling out, and he was celebrating like crazy, and they all got way ahead of themselves. I think I think the travel caught up to them, and I think the SEC caught up to them, man. I think they were a little overhyped.
You know what other game that reminds me of was, you guys will remember this too, Jeremy Shockey in the playoffs against the 49ers. When he pointed to the scoreboard and they had a big lead and that lead went bye-bye on them.
Good.
Yeah, man. Sports
glad.
is crazy, man.
I'm glad if Shockey was talking trash that happened afterwards.
Do you remember that, what I'm talking
Yeah,
about, McCoy?
yep.
Got in the end zone and pointed up, and that was the end of the game for them.
That's what he gets.
Yeah.
Speaking of Shockey and the U, they looked like they were pretty good this week. Obviously, not playing a very stout team in Bethune-Cookman, but they took care of the business that they need to, put up the points, and put a mollywhopping on them. My favorite part was, I don't know which one of you guys sent it in the group chat, but
That was the
they
most
put
amazing
on
thing of the weekend.
the big chain, the big gold chain with the U in the middle, and the coach put it on his neck as he came to the sidelines. That's the shit I want to see some more of.
That's awesome.
Straub, I sent that specifically to you because you were referencing if they got to get back to that, and we were
Yep,
wondering how far they could push the limits, and I didn't see anything else from that game but that, and that's all I needed to see.
That's all
You
you
don't
need.
need to see anything else. See the
That-
score
that
and just
was
see
a
that
brolic-
highlight.
That was a brolic ass chain he had on, man. That made Mr. T was jealous of that gold ass chain.
He got a pick, right?
I don't even know what he did. I just saw the part of him coming off the
listened-
sideline, and that was all I cared about.
I think in the audio they said he got a pick, and then he got the interception chain.
So that's going to be passed around all season
Yo.
long.
I can only hope.
So that's
That
like
will lead the nation.
that's what
That
Bama
shit was
does.
orange and green too.
Yeah, Bama does that with like the turnover belt they have. So it's
Yeah,
like
but
the
they don't
same
do
idea.
it like that.
Yeah, like nobody has that
There's
chain.
only one that you.
So,
Yeah.
so my first thought when I saw that chain was, that better not be real. 2, okay, it can't be real because it's so big. 3, it's the U. It might be real.
That'd be real. That'd be dope.
Better be real.
We're styling out here with the heavy ass chain.
Yeah, you can't be out there. That's too fragile for it not to be real, man. It's got to last all season long. They're going to be picking everybody off.
Yo, that made me so happy to see.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I was pumped. I had to send it immediately.
That's funny.